Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and today it's Friday afternoon. I am going to be up here doing some boundary mapping and some other stuff today. So it's been about 2 weeks since I've been on the farm. Went on vacation last week, went out to Washington DC. That was actually a really cool trip. Never been out there before. It wasn't too bad. But now that we're back, it's getting really close. I actually had some guys putting on anhydrous around basically halfway between my place and the farm for this last rain spell that we got. Frost is out of the ground and things are going to be getting busy fast. It is March 21st right now, and we're going to be prepping hard for essentially getting ready for spring. So the guys are still busy doing calving and everything like that. I am going to be doing some boundary mapping and probably getting some work done on some equipment, and then hopefully over the weekend we'll actually be doing some tree work as well. So let's go ahead and get moving. There's Amber's new car. Okay, it is very breezy out today, so I do apologize for that if the audio gets distorted, like very breezy. Let's go ahead and check on some cabbies. There's Oliver, always looking to see who's here. It's gonna be tough to do some filming while I'm doing boundary mapping today because, like I said, it is extremely breezy. If we didn't have rain yesterday, it'd be some pretty high fire damage. Oh, no calves in here. Oh, just kidding. There they are. I was like, where the heck are you guys? Hi, buddies. Hi, buddies. Hi, cabbies. Hi, cabbies. Hi. Who doesn't love cabbies? Oh, they're so sweet. I especially like white faces. Hi, buddies. Hi. Hi. They're just like big dogs. I'm not taking anywhere, buddy. I'm just going to see where your mom's at. They think their mom's coming with. Hi. Hi. Oh, there's mom. Hi. That's only 3 calves in the barn right now. There's all your fresh calves in there. We usually split the slot up in half. The west half are for cows that haven't calved yet. The east half is for cows that have calved yet. And then, you know, like I said, we can only fit so many in here. So eventually we'll actually take them out to pasture once we actually get pretty close, or once we get pretty full. We got, I think, 7 or 8 cow pairs up in Bellevue right now, and quite a bit of them down south as well. 190 is getting all fixed up today. They're saying they want to have this thing done now at the shop by this afternoon. Quite a bit of new parts. I'm seeing some new boots. I think they put a new radiator on. Everything's all waxed up. This is the first time this tractor's probably ever seen a wax. Looking pretty snazzy. Not sure where any of the guys are at, but I'm gonna go find out because lunch is about an hour. So Nathan went and he's going to grab a skid loader bucket that they bought for the smaller skid loader. That's where he's at. Curtis and Darren are down at the south farm feeding cows. You know, it's that time of year again when I got my tools back in my car, so that's good. I'm gonna hop in the new truck, stick that thing on the flatbed, and we're going to head down to Pat's place, go grab the side-by-side. And like I said, I got 2 farms to go visit out and then back here, so go ahead and go do that real quick. Putting in some dinosaur bones. It is very breezy. This is the green fuel, the road legal stuff. Change of plans. Curtis says this train's been acting up on this truck and I'm almost out of depth, so I think I'm just gonna drive it everywhere. Drive this side by side. Okay, gotta check the oil on this guy. Make sure she's good. She's full. Fire this pig up, let it start warming up. as windy as my wife likes to talk, sorry honey, I'm going to be putting winter hat on and a face mask, so hopefully you guys will be able to hear me some. Okay, let's go and try not to get wind burnt. Tire's still holding there, so that's good. The valve stem's broke on that one, so I'm bringing my portable air compressor along with me just to be sure. This is the tire that's bad. Huh. That looks like ours. Nice Peterbilt there. I'm just going to get gas and then we'll head out to the fields. I got 4 fields to do. One back here, one at Curtis's, and then 2 down at Long's. Nice, just my luck. Got gas all over me. Now I'm gonna smell like gas. Cool, at least it'll keep me awake. Let's roll. Woo! That was cold. Very, very cold. 55 degrees out with this wind. It's chilly. Okay, so I got this field to do. There's really only a couple of boundaries or waterways I missed. So I'm just gonna drive the field and see what all I missed, and then if I have to redo it, I'll redo it. I just went ahead and did the whole thing because I had a couple waterways that were messed up, and yeah, it was just better just to redo it. Sucks though, because I hate doing this on chisel plowed ground. It is not fun. Ooh, this is a good one. That thing came up with the frost. Would have done a little bit of damage. There it is. Kind of hard to see, but that's the first boundary. I got 3 more external ones to do. They're kind of divided up by a waterway. Wow. Someone got busy. That was a big old GoPro or something. There she is. This field's done. 71.5 acres of tillable ground. Good to go. This is all going to be corn next year. It's already got fertilizer on it. So all I got to do is put in hydrous, which is nitrogen. Finish that west part and come in and plant it. This part's going to be no-till here, besides the anhydrous knives. Smells like money there. Neighbor's putting on some manure. Boy, she smells. Okay, so I'm on our long farm now, in the field north of the cross. That's what we call it. So I just had a note that I think I forgot a waterway down here, so I'm gonna drive this whole field and look at it. This field was worked with our VT. It is a lot smoother. That VT leaves a great finish. It doesn't give us some deep tillage, but for what we're looking for, which is just to mix in fertilizer and stir it up, this is perfect. And this is the waterway I forgot. Go ahead and mark it. Alrighty, this field's done. 32 acres. One more field to do here, and then I got one more field back home, and then we're done for the year. This is how much more rough a chisel plow ground is. Obviously this is a waterway, but I'll be on the chisel plow here in a second. It just leaves a lot more rougher. It's deeper tillage. It really mixes in the fertilizer much better and really breaks down and buries that residue, but boy, does it leave a rough finish. That VT ground, we honestly could probably just plant straight into that next year. But this chisel plow ground, we definitely cannot. There it is, all done. One more field to do, and then we're done for the year. This thing is struggling a little bit. Let's get out of here. Well, we just got done eating lunch. It's a Friday in Lent, so we can't have meat. So we had fish sticks, mashed potatoes, corn, and mac and cheese. It was delightful. So I have one more field to do. Nathan just got back with our auction purchase. It's a pretty simple one, but we'll show you guys that here in a bit. And then I think Darren and Curtis are going to get the 190 done and out of the shop. It is all painted, buffed, waxed, etc. I think they just got to fill it up with oil and fuel, start it up, and get her moving. And then we'll see what happens after that. Cool. Let's go keep going. Well, here's our cover crop. Wish we'd have came in a little bit more before winter, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm not sure why the bull rack was being used, but someone borrowed it. Now we're gonna put it back. Nathan's got the old good truck. The bobtail over here, I'll help him get hooked up. We'll bring it over next door. Boundaries are all done. I forgot I already did the one out back. Went out back, then I checked and I was like, oh, everything's good. So.
Think the skid loader can pick the front of it up?
Can't weigh that much.
You get right under gear.
I'd almost rather get right under gear. Go up with it. Get this thing unhooked. Gonna park this thing over here next door where she normally goes, in between those two hoppers there. Pulling this thing up way out of the way. Tight spot to get in here. It looks like we pulled away with one of the brakes dragging. Well, there we go. She's all unhooked.
Okay, it's about 12:30. The cow's been gone since about 11, so I was just cleaned up the pasture. Hey, that looks familiar. Who is that?
652.
That's the Budman's. Anyway, we're going to take this down to the farm because we use it down there with all the cows they have down there, so we have to have lots of feed for them. This up. Anyway, I'm not even close. So another foot or so. But anyway, this was the leftover bale that was out in the field, so I took the tractor down and loaded all this up, brought it out here. So now I'm going to take this down to the Preston farm, like I said, and okay, I made it down to Pat's place here, checking out the cows. Hi, there's Pat's 15. There's old number 7, poor thing. Hi, girls. Remember me? Hi. All these cows in here have to calve yet. There's old 12, I can tell that a mile away. Okay, so we got her done. All the cows are down here. That's what we like. I'll check over here, see what's over here, and then we'll go from there. All the little baby calves. So all these cows over here have calved already. 77 there. There's 27. That's our cow we just bought.
Back legs don't work.
Really?
Yeah, they screwed up his spine. He wants to get up and he just can't.
Hi. Nice big calf. Aren't you? Here's a nice big calf.
I don't know how we got a Charolais out of a black cow. Must have been a crossbred bull that got bred to it.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. You got the Bud Man from Hartung Family Farms. It's windy here, sun's shining. We got some nice calves.
Hi, Mama. Anyway, it's quite a change for me up here. As you can see, I have 3 cows, 3 calves. Last week I had 63 cows. And we took 60 of them down to the farm to calves. So we got the rest of them up here. And we're gonna go from there. But it's a beautiful day. It's just something different. I come out and I only get to see 3 cows. Nice to come out and watch them. Watch them look around, run around, playing. So hopefully another couple weeks we'll have a few more calves up here and go from there. Muddy. Anyway, yesterday was Ron's birthday, March 5th. So we're going to talk to him a little bit today. While out here, we're going to look at this here, cedar. We need to replace these chains on it. As you can see, they're loose, loosey-goosey. Kind of wore out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 chains on both sides, plus we need to replace a couple of these clips. So we're gonna get those ordered, get them done, because we're talking 70 degrees next week. So sooner or later we're gonna get that out so we can get that cedar out so we can plant what the cows tore up down the big pasture, and got to put a couple waterways in the field, my west field. So things to do, but we'll get it done. So I'm out here. Yesterday I forgot my camera out of the way, and yesterday was miserable. It was rainy, snowy. It was all white here yesterday. You see it warmed up pretty good and got rid of it. Yeah, we were supposed to get a couple inches of rain and 1 to 3 inches of snow, and we probably got a couple tenths of rain and maybe a 1/4 inch of snow, but it's all gone now. But now they're talking tomorrow, which is Friday, up to 3 inches of more snow. So hopefully we don't get that either. But okay, like I said, yesterday it was kind of miserable. Curtis brought up 3 more calves. So I have 6 cows and 6 calves up here. So let's go take a look at them. We're going to give them a treat and bring them in to feed them. So got a green tag out. Here's one of my heifers that I kept back 2 years ago. So it had a calf. That was the one that had a calf down in the field. So got to get with Pat to get me some more feed up here, because we're running low, maybe that much. So I usually give them a bucket full a day, and I got about 3 buckets left. So okay, we got a bucket full, and we're gonna go back over here and see how many cows we got in there. I know there's a couple because I saw them. There they are. Embarrass, embarrass. That was one of the calves we kept back 2 years ago. Had her bred, and we brought her back. So she's kind of a little bit spooky, but not bad. There, we got the feed in here. There's a little calvie. There's 5 of them. Let's see where the 6th one's at. Nice looking cows. You always got that one that don't want to come in. Pretty muddy. Anyway, I just brought this other one over here. 276, kind of shy. We just brought it up yesterday. She had a calf 3 days ago. There's that little calf that we had out in the field. We got 6 cows, 6 calves up here, which is good. Like I said, this is probably my favorite time of the year because you get to see these little buggers run around. Can't wait to get them across the road over there so we could let them really run around over there. But yeah, good looking calves, good looking cows.
Okay guys, before we end the video, I'm going to talk about the auction results that I forgot to put in the last video. I do apologize for that. So what we were looking at was anhydrous bars. So for those of you guys who don't know, we are looking for an anhydrous bar that is bigger, it's newer, it's got closing discs, it's got upgraded features, something that we can get done with anhydrous quicker because, you know, as we hopefully grow acres in the next couple of years, we'll have the ability to, because anhydrous is the first step, and it usually takes the longest step in our springtime process. So if we can speed it up, that would be great. So I'm going to go ahead and put this this one right here. So this anhydrous bar we were looking at, it went a lot more expensive than what we were thinking. It was close, which was nice, but we wanted to pay, you know, somewhere between that and 25,000-ish range. We went for 33, so we decided to pass on it. We were also looking at this one, which was a newer bar. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier built. We were thinking that one would go somewhere in the 30s. Hopefully, we would buy it if it went for that, but obviously that thing went much more expensive than that. So again, we decided to pass on it. Again, 30 was probably unrealistic, but That's what we were hoping for. That was our price, because like I said, we're not looking to spend an arm and a leg on ours. Our bar is 35 years old. This will be its 35th season. We paid $10,000 for it way back when, so it's been a pretty cost effective bar, but we need to do something a little bit different. So, but we did buy something on this auction. I'm not going to say what it is, but once it actually shows up on the farm, I will show you guys what it is. And no, it was not the purchase actually in this video. The auction purchase in this video was a new bucket for our skid loader, because we needed a new bucket because the old one rusted out. So that's what that purchase was. When we do bring our auction purchase back, I will for sure let you know. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll go ahead and cut this video off right here. Thank you so much. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.